Monster storm has finally hit the Bahamas here at Staniel Cay.
It's been a long, hard season. I'm feeling weary to my bones. I guess that's my reason. I've packed my bags and now I'm gone. Somewhere between the sun and the deep blue sea.
Lisa, Sherry, Lori, Peter, Craig fly out with Marty with Island Wings, headed towards Long Island, Bahamas. That way they can make their Sunday flights home to Nebraska and avoid the incoming storm coming at midnight.
Okay, crazy night here. Thursday night, I guess it's now probably Friday, early Friday morning. And the monster storm has finally hit the Bahamas here at Staniel Cay. The edge started about an hour and a half ago, got some rain, and then wind got up in the upper 20s and then gusts up to 37, 38, 39 knots. So it's first thing Friday morning here in Staniel Cay. The storm came in about midnight, and I'm getting some coffee and looking at the weather situation. I think the gusts are about the same as last night, mid to upper 30s, and then kind of dipping down maybe to high 20s for a moment. We're still securely connected to the mooring ball. We picked up a monohull over here that their anchor dragged in the middle of the night, and they had a full crew, so they were able to get the flashlights out and find a mooring ball and get secured late last night safely, so that's all good. Okay, tightening halyard lines, especially on the stack pack. It was slapped against the mast all night long, but it was raining and dark and I couldn't fix it. So that is fixed. Tied a line to the spreader stay to kind of get that stack pack halyard off the mast and clanging. So now it's quiet. The boat is super quiet. The starboard Bahamian courtesy flag halyard broke on the bottom of it, so I secured that, but the flag's still up against the spreader. It means I have to go to the closest chair halfway up the mast, you know, when things calm down and I have crew. So anyway, really just minor stuff for a night of, I mean, the winds were pretty much pegging 40 knots almost all night long. They'd kind of go down to 27, 28, and then back up to 37, 38 knots. It was dark, and as I told you, one of the ships gave way, but they had full crew and flashlights, and they got to another mooring ball, and so they're good. So again, everything's good this morning. There's a break in the rain. That's why I'm running around the ship checking lines. Wanted to check our 2 dock lines that connect to the mooring vault, and they look great. Thanks, Craig and Peter. You just did an excellent job securing LaVenture to this mooring vault. So, and hence so we're just in such great shape. So any of you that have sailed with us know that we have a little cruiser secret for boiled eggs. So we boil the eggs for about 5 minutes, and then we put the cover on and turn off the propane. So it cooks and steams the eggs without using any energy. And the byproduct of that is that the shells just fall off when you try and peel them. So it's so easy. And the eggs are much more moist because mainly you've steamed them, right? Now they will steam for about 10-15 minutes with the top on there, and they'll be ready, and then I can put some in the fridge for tomorrow for breakfast. So I've got a couple breakfasts covered. So that's it. So I got to show you this. It's Sunday afternoon in Staniel Cay. And for 3 days, the wind has howled through the rigging and the anchorage, and rain, squall after squall. And for the first time in 3 days, the sun is actually out, and our solar panels are getting sun. Drying out. Decks are no longer wet and slippery. They're dry and clean from the freshwater rinse. The dinghy is empty and ready to go. And again, just look at that turquoise water with the sun. So we're just all hanging on. The wind's out of the west, so we're having actually the biggest waves of the 3 days. So all the boats are rocking, just holding on to their anchors and moorings with all their strength, and we're rocking and rolling, and these squalls are breezing through, but I see sunlight on the horizon. So we had one break earlier, about an hour ago. I was able to run ashore, believe it or not, and get ice and actually have a burger for lunch. First time I've been on shore in 3 days. But it was a trick getting back here with these huge waves. Not so much tying up the boat to the transom, but then getting the dinghy up on its davits. That was quite a chore, but I got her up and safe, and again, just kind of doing the rock and roll here, watching some of these boats just dancing like crazy in these waves and wind. I'll tell you what, tomorrow can't come too soon. I am so ready for Monday and Jeff to arrive and the seas to calm, and then just a great all-night sail tomorrow night. It'll just be a dream, and arriving Long Island Tuesday morning about 8 o'clock. It's just going to be great. It's Monday morning, December 18th, and Lisa is flying back home to Omaha from Stella Maris, and on the way they are dropping Jeff off to help me sail tonight overnight to Stella Maris. Looks like the weather is going to break. We're going to have 3-foot waves. They're really swells, so 6-7 seconds, so they'll be kind of swells, and they'll be pushing us towards Stella Maris, which is great. Okay, it is Monday afternoon, and we're finally getting ready to take LaVenture final trek home to Long Island, Bahamas. As you can see, it's actually sunny. It's a beautiful day. We got 15, 16 knot winds. Everybody else is leaving, and we have a new crew member here. And Jeff, you're our friend and neighbor in Long Island, Bahamas, so you flew especially here to Staniel Cay this morning.
Yep, got dropped off from Stella Maris, and here we go. Take the boat back.
Absolutely. So we're doing an all-night passage. Is this your first time doing an all-night?
No.
But, done some of those.
First time all night on a catamaran.
Yes, so Jeff and Teresa are monohull sailors. You know, much like Lisa and I have been all our lives, but we're going to indoctrinate Jeff a little bit tonight, and he's going to see what kind of ride we have here on a catamaran.
Yeah.
And the living space and everything else, and the ride's usually a little smoother. But okay, well, we're going to slip the mooring here in a few minutes and go through the Staniel Cay cut, and we have a direct course to Long Island, so we're going to head straight there through the night. The wind is going to gradually decrease through the evening hours. We're going to have a quarter moon, so we'll be able to see at sea. So it should be actually stars and moon, a beautiful evening to do this sail. And the wind will be behind us, waves on our quarter, so pushing us there. So we're hoping for a pretty smooth ride tonight.
Should be a fun downwind sail.
Absolutely. Okay, Jeff and I are here, and I got to tell you, 3 weeks, and we can see not only Long Island, but we can see the Cape over there, Cape Santa Maria, and we can see Hog Key, and Jeff saw a big white yacht parked out there, kind of probably off of Joe Sound, we're thinking. And we also saw some mast lights that we were thinking were boats, but they were probably anchor lights of boats anchored in Joe Sound. So the sun is finally coming up. We are just, about an hour and a half from Stella Maris Marina and completing the voyage. And I can't thank Jeff enough. I mean, you got a little sleep, right?
No, it's a great trip. My pleasure. Fun.
Yeah, I'm just so excited that we could fly Jeff there and we could do this trip. It was so smooth. In fact, Craig, Peter, you're gonna be jealous, but this had to be the best sail of the whole voyage. It was smooth sailing all night, mostly a clear sky. We were looking at Orion and a lot of the stars. We had a moon most of the night. Now the sun is rising. Stella Morris, 8 o'clock. Jeff, we did it.
Yeah, we did it, man.
Woo, woo. Great night sail, and
Yeah.
I got to tell you, Jeff nailed the docking, so we just cruised slowly up to the dock, and Jeff had it all nailed and tied up within about a minute. So we're here. Glad to be here finally. 3 weeks on the water, so we're finally here in calm conditions. The marina is beautiful. Now I'm waiting for the manatee to come greet us, and then we'll be in heaven. So again, thanks everyone, but we're finally here. 8 a.m. Tuesday morning, the 19th. Okay, welcome to Seahawk in Stella Maris. This is our island home that we love so much. So Jeff and I arrived 8 a.m. yesterday on Tuesday in front of this front that you now see. The seas are really worked up and the winds are, above 20 knots. So we had about 36 hours really to get here, and we did it. We did an all-night sail, and now we're here. And the front has moved in, and I'm just so thankful to be safely here in Long Island, and LaVenture's tied up at the marina, just nice and snug. And I want to thank Peter for, he did a million things. He was a great crew, and but above and beyond, he got his new 360 camera, so I didn't pull mine out much. He just got so much great footage that you've enjoyed in all these episodes, and I want to give him credit for that, because he just had that camera at any time there was something going on. Plus just the sailing video that he was able to get was super. And it's always great to have Craig on board. He caught some tuna, so we had some fresh fish on the trip, and he's always there for his night watch on time with a smile on his face, and he is just, and he fixes us these incredible wrap lunches, and he's just great to have on board, and a good friend, and I just want to give him a lot of credit as well. And the wives for letting us do these crazy things. Lori and Sherry and Lisa just are amazing, and we're so fortunate to have. And then, Sebastian and Summer, they did some canvas work, which you saw, the new stack pack, the new windshield, and then that sun shade Summer did for Lisa. She just loved it. So we're so fortunate to have them. And then, of course, Staniel Cay, which I spent a lot of time in. Everybody there, the Chamberlains, John and Bernadette took care of our wives, great care of them the whole trip, and were real communicative with me, so I knew they were okay. And we just love them. They were just great hosts for us there, and of course everybody at the yacht club. So yeah, and the dockmasters, hut there, on the water, they're just so great. They were just super great to me, and especially staying there alone. Just really great people there. So anyway, and I want to thank Jeff and Teresa. Jeff was a great crew for that last last journey through the night here. We just had a short time to make it here, or I was going to be there over Christmas. And it's getting ready to rain out here now. The rain's moving in, and I'm so glad I'm in Long Island. And thank you all for watching and being part of our crew. And we really appreciate you all being there with us and enjoying our adventures. So long from Stella, Long Island, Bahamas.
This is a good day, yes, and me to start the rebuilding flight. The roads that lay open are many, and the old ones gone under night. And I can feel the sun on my skin, beginning to thaw from within. Today and not tomorrow.